Hello YouTube. We are back again with the next installment of our BT-14 preview. I am joined here by TJ, my partner in crime with this video, and
that's me.
We are here to talk to you guys about Green. Green arguably has a lot of support cards coming in with a lot of different archetypes too. It's not really just focused on one pure archetype in Green. I think it's getting a lot of like support for like different decks, which I think is going to be fun. So this should be a fun video for you guys to watch. I will link the video links to each of the other colors as well in the video description down below. Hope you guys can check those out too. Let us know what you think. And hopefully these videos help you get ready for pre-release and BT-14, which will be dropping in less than a week now. So without further ado, let's start talking about our little boy, and that is Panaman. So he is our green Digi-Egg for the set, has the inheritable effect of your turn once per turn. When one of your effects suspends a Tamer, this Digimon gets plus 2k DP for the turn. I think it's a pretty solid one.
Yeah.
Getting that DP buff sometimes for green can be helpful, but I still think people will probably run Kokomon for that extra draw power.
Yeah, the thing with Rose in general is it doesn't really care about swinging over things. It's fine just to suspend and lock stuff down. It wants to leave stuff on board most of the time. The only thing it has a problem with is like redirect, like Black War and Machine, but otherwise, you just want the draw power.
I could see this being like sprinkled into maybe like Leopardmon.
It'll be good in other decks. It'll be good in like Leo and Leopard for sure. Other deck or even potentially Direbit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But anyways, just an egg. Moving on. First rookie of the set, Kunan, our best worm boy. And I'm just kidding. Wormmon's best worm boy, but I love Kunan. Play cost of 3, Digivolve for free over any green level 2. 2k DP. Has the effect of on play by suspending this Digimon. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 green card among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Good generic searcher, honestly. For a lot of those other kind of green strategies that are like just kind of needing a card to just sort of run, this is a decent one you can run there.
Yeah.
For pre-release, it's a bit restrictive having to be a green Digimon specifically, but otherwise not bad. Also, the art's really good, to be honest.
Yeah, I really like the art on that one. The colors really pop for sure.
Yeah, it's very nice.
But yeah, I think pretty solid. And I think this next one here is a pretty solid one too. Kodo Guman. He is a 3 to play, 0 to Digivolve over level 2, 2k DP. On play by suspending one of your Digimon, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So pretty much like an updated set number like Pomumon that we saw over, I believe, in BT9.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's not like plant, he's insectoid, so probably won't synergize with like the bloom aspect of things, but maybe interesting to see what like Grand Kuwaga and that sort of deck stuff does, because they do like to suspend their own stuff as well. So
yeah, Grandis and Hercules both will definitely you can see play because he's insectoid. So
yeah, so pretty bad. Not pretty bad, pretty good.
Ooh. God, he's so bad. What's not bad though, and this is a definite thing, is Palman, our SR rookie for the set. Awesome art. Play cost of 3, Digivolves for free over any green level 2, or green Digi-Egg rather. 1k DP. Has start of your main phase. One of your opponent's Digimon gains all turns. When this Digimon becomes suspended, lose 2 memory until the end of your opponent's turn. And then has the inherited effect of your turn once per turn. When this Digimon would Digivolve, if you have a green Tamer, reduce the cost by 1. This card is like memory efficiency to the max. It is so good. Fantastic, just like generically good green rookie for almost any green deck, because all of them have to do with suspending things. I mean, reducing cost to Digivolve is fantastic. It's so good, and it's very, very good for any of the vegetation decks like Bloom and Rose.
Yeah, for sure. And the fact that I think they chose to word it in the sense that like when this Digimon becomes suspended, so like we're moving away from like, oh, when they attack, or when like suspension as a mechanic can be with attacking, can be when blocking. You can suspend them as well. So like there's so many different ways you can suspend. So this effect becomes so much more viable.
Yeah.
So,
Alliance.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, it's very good too, because it's also until the end of your opponent's turn. So it's almost like it's like an ice wall in green. True. Well, barrier you don't suspend, you just trash top card of your security.
Never mind. Barrier is even useless here.
Nah, that's okay. It's a terrible keyword. It's all right. Everyone knows. But what's not useless is jamming.
Jamming is not
which
useless.
Kuwagamon, our first level 4 of the set, does have. Play cost of 4, Digivolves for 2 over any green level 3. Has 5 KDP, and then just jamming. That's it. Insectoid.
Also, it's quite a killer art too.
Also, yeah, Kazuma Yasukuni, I think is the name there.
Yeah.
He's done I think some art before, but it's really good. The color is very, very much pop. It's almost reminiscent of Sasai's art for the Beelzemon stuff from the structure deck. It's very similar style to that.
Yeah, 100%. But moving on to our next card, we've got Togemon. 4 to play, 2 to Digivolve over green level 3, 3k DP, has the effect of your turn once per turn when you would play a green Tamer from your hand. By suspending one of your green Digimon, reduce the cost by 3. And then inheritable effect of your turn once per turn, identical to Palman. When this Digimon would Digivolve, if you have a green Tamer, reduce the cost by 1. So sort of like what you said with Palman, just memory efficiency to its finest. You know, you're spitting out Tamers. Your Tamers will typically suspend on various effects, so like you'll be able to proc the inheritables no problem. And you can just make your plays so much efficient, and it's just scary for your opponent with how much you can do.
And I mean, being 3k DP means it plays perfectly into Bloom strategy and Rose strategy. And like, I mean, like the Tamer, being able to play a Tamer for free or for like a Mimi for 1 is insane. Something also keeping in mind too, it is an uncommon, not a rare like the other sort of Digi-destined main Digimon. So just something to keep in mind. So we will be able to get sort of pre-release foil upgrades for it.
Those boys are going straight into my Bloom deck.
That's yeah. They're good cards. Yeah, they're fantastic cards. Very excited for them. Next card though, Dku Guman. Play cost of 5, Digivolves for 2 over any green level 3. 5 KDP, has on play or when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then all of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less don't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. Eat your heart out, Cross. At least for the lower things. Listen,
easy.
Let me have this. Let me have this. All right, I earned this. But I mean, it's a decent card. It's nothing crazy. It's Insectoid and trade, so it might see some play in like Hercules or Grandest strategies, but probably not. But you know, it's a fun card. It'll definitely be one that's good for pre-release. That's for sure.
Yeah. Next card, this beautiful beast over here. Leomon. We are finally getting some dedicated Leomon support, so I'm really fucking excited for this. He's a 5 to play, 2 to Digivolve over level 3, 4k DP total. When attacking, if you attack an opponent's Digimon with higher DP than this Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 Digimon card with Leomon in its name from your hand for a Digivolution cost of 6, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. And has the inheritable of your turn. While this Digimon has Leomon in name, this Digimon gets plus 2k DP. So I think pretty good for what like Leo Tribal is going to do. You know, it kind of just says, you know what, we don't care about the 5s. If we need to just do it, we do it. And I think Leomon is very much a chip and do damage sort of deck. So it's gonna be beautiful.
I agree. He's very good. Works well with the EX5 stuff that comes out as well. Works well with stuff in this set and the Leomon X Antibodies. So he's just a good card. Very, very good card. And it's nice to see the boy get some support. He's also the green that takes the level 4 takes the rare slot from the Togemon. So but moving forward, we have our first we have our green ace, our Leomon ace here, with fantastic art. 4 play cost, 3 cost to Digivolve over any green level 4, 8 KDP. Has, of course, like the other ace cards, hand, counter, and blast Digivolve. So you know those good old counter plays after your opponent resolves their one attacking effects. On play, when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then you may return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with 5,000 DP or less to the bottom of its owner's deck. Good card. I mean, suspending something on a free Evo or just a 3 cost Evo, you know, is fine either way. And then especially working in tangent with the Palman, where you could potentially digivolve into this for 1 off of that. And then bottom decking of 5 KDP or less, which isn't crazy, so it's not like the best ace in the deck, but bottom decking is a very strong effect because that's very much locks away cards from any deck in the game. So that is it is nice to see. It is cool.
Speaking of locking cards down, our next card, Piximon, is a 6 to play, 3 to digivolve over level 4, 7 KDP. On play and when digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn. It's okay. I mean, I think it might be pretty nice to play and digivolve into like during a pre-release event, but
yeah,
otherwise it's like, it's okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good pre-release card. Doesn't really do much else outside of that.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Another card. Moving on to the next one that I think is cool, but probably won't see too much play is Okuomon. Play cost of 7, digivolve for 3 over any green level 4, 7 KDP. Has end of your opponent's turn once per turn by suspending one of your Digimon. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 2 green Digimon cards among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck. So, good searcher. Is insectoid, so might see some play in Grandis. I mean, he'll be good for Grandis consistency at least.
Sure.
With another Grand Kuwagamon, though, it's a little bit rough. But still, otherwise, decent card. It's okay. Probably won't see too much play, but it's cool. Yeah,
that, like, suspend at the end of your opponent's turn effect is interesting. I think it's, like, the first card to ever really do that. It's not bad. I don't know.
It's with its end of opponent's turn. So I'm not sure the strategy that it's really wanting to set up.
Right. But we'll see. We'll see maybe how it plays out. I think it's okay. Like, it's not bad. It just isn't, like, cracked.
Yeah, it's not crazy.
But next card we've got here is Panjaman. He has an 8 to play, 3 to digivolve over green level 4. He has 7 KDP, has inherent effect of piercing, and when digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. As a rule, too, or like sort of like a side text, this card is also treated as having Leomon in its name, so you can proc a lot of the like Leo tribal effects that the deck would want to do, which is awesome. The inheritable effect is while this Digimon has Leomon in its name, this Digimon gets plus 2 KDP, so identical to what Leomon's doing. So if you can imagine just going straight into your level 6, if you're building a stack, they're gonna be big boys, big boys.
Yeah. Yep. It's exciting. I love Panaman. He's cool, even if he's just albino Leomon. He's still cool. But next card, moving on to the first of our level 6s here is Waifu Mommy herself, Rosemon. Play cost of 11, digivolves for 3 over any green level 5, has 11 KDP. When digivolving or when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. And then your turn, once per turn, when a Digimon or Tamer becomes suspended by an effect, you may unsuspend this Digimon. So, very, very similar to the Rosemon that we got in BT-14.
Yeah.
But is still good. Is definitely probably the next best Rosemon we have access to. So you will probably debate. I think the other one is probably better still, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This one's probably run as like a 2 of just like the offset, just to give you a full Rosemon lineup for your burst modes and other stuff. But yeah, decent rare, good card.
Yeah, she's solid. And then next card we have here is Saber Leoman. He has a 12 to play, 4 to digivolve over a green level 5, 12 KDP, has inherent piercing. When digivolving, by unsuspending this Digimon, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. It's an interesting effect there. At end of your turn, this Digimon can attack one of your opponent's Digimon. So sort of like a pseudo blitz sort of thing, since you do have piercing. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I think right now it's probably not going to be like super great, but I think it's going to be still fun.
Yeah, I love Saber Leoman so much. I think this one is probably the best Saber Leo we have for sure. We'll work with the Dino Tiger from BT9 if you want to do like try and do something Leo tribal like early. But he's so cool. Yeah. He's so cool. I just wish he'd get like some other good cards.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting. You know, I think being able to climb up to something that's really high on DP, have piercing, and with how green likes to suspend, I think it's pretty solid. Pretty solid.
Pseudo Blitz is always nice too. Yeah. What else is nice is our Tamer for this set, our Mimi Tachikawa, with a play cost of 3. She has on play, reveal top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with plant, vegetation, or fairy, and one of its traits among them to your hand, and then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. And then has your turn when a Digimon becomes suspended by an effect. By suspending this Tamer, gain 1 memory. Great card. I mean, a free Tamer with the Togemon that gives you search, can get you memory back, so it works perfectly with Yoshino. Is really good. Also, I mean, the BT-1 Mimi is always going to be a queen as well for aggression and green decks. But good card. Very good Tamer.
Yeah. Very, very good. And now we're going to be moving on to our 2 options. First being Poison Ivy. It is a 1 to play. Has main effect, which is basically identical to what Palman wants to do. It's one of your opponent's Digimon gains all turns. When this Digimon becomes suspended, lose 2 memory. So we saw that effect with Palman. And then security is basically to just activate the main effect with the added bonus that you can add it to hand. So you get to proc the effect and be like, you know what, I'm going to do it again next turn. Which is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. It's just like a more balanced ice wall, really.
Yeah.
The other option we have is Flowering Sincerity. Has a cost of 3. Main, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if you have a Tamer with Mimi Tachikawa in its name, one of your opponent's Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn. And then has the the security effect of activating this card's main effect and then also adding it to the hand, much like Poison Ivy. Good card. I mean, you could just basically lock something down for 3 if you need to. So if you you do your whole combo play and whatnot, you need to just sort of pass turn and lock something down to keep yourself alive. Pop, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of the cards here just give Bloom a lot of support.
Yeah, Bloom and Rose.
A lot of support, yeah.
Both get very good support. We're starting to see Leomon support. Some interesting Insectoid cards that we'll maybe see some play. This whole time we've been talking, by the way, I was trying to see like what the Dku Guman could pair with. It doesn't pair with any Grand Kuwaga, and it doesn't pair with or not it doesn't pair with any Grand Kuwaga, and it doesn't pair with any of the other like the Okua X. I don't know. There. He just exists. So
okay.
Nothing unsuspenseful.
All power to him.
I guess so.
But yeah, that wraps up the preview for green. What we'll do is we'll also have a photo of all the cards too towards the beginning of the video if you guys missed it. So if you want to just see what the cards sort of are just laid out, they're there. And then, as you kind of go through the video, obviously you'll see kind of cards in bigger picture with the text in there too. I will link the links to all the other videos in the video description down below. We will have one more color to talk about, and that will be black. So look forward to that. We've got a lot of little dino buddies to be talking about next video. So TJ is going to be super excited.
I'm so excited. I'm ready.
Full disclosure, you're going to be driving that video. That video is all you, my friend.
That's fine, dude. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to cook.
But thank you guys again for the support. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in as always. Let us know what you guys want to see next. I think after we wrap up the BT-14 preview, what we're going to try to do for you guys is start giving out sample deck lists and maybe do a theory crafting video as well on decks that are coming out. So some of the key meta defining decks of BT-14 we'll try to go over for you guys. Give you guys a starting template to kind of work off of as you start to build these decks and, maybe order your singles and whatever. So be on the lookout for that in the next week or so, and we will catch you there. Thank you guys.
All right.
See ya.
Bye-bye.